And then, you know, my mom posted it on Facebook, you know, book is out, order it else. Cork, I saw you got it. I think you guys are gonna like it. Like, I was rereading it last night. It's just really good. I swear, like it's a good book, you know? Like it's just like I believe in it. Like I believe in it the way I believe in like quesadillas are good, you know? Like it's gonna be, it's hard for me even to like give a lot, you know. Dude, it tells you what the sex cult is. You probably figured it out in the first chapter, all right? If you're not an idiot, you know? Like if you're not the kind of person where your like partner's cheating on you and all your friends know and everyone knows and you're just oblivious to it, like that person might miss what the sex cult is. But everyone else, like if you have any like bit of awareness, you'll be able to figure it out. It would be really weird if you don't like your own book. I don't know if it is that weird. In that a lot of people like don't like their own movies. I think the difference is like it's my own thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of people don't like their own work. That's what I'm more going to say. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's not very good. I think it's good. I don't know. Is top 200 legend good enough to stream? Okay, so Captain, here's the thing. You don't even have to be legend. You could be bronze, and you could start a Twitch account and stream. All right. Blizzard has no like conditions. You know, Twitch doesn't like verify your rank. Literally anyone with any rank can stream. It's more like how do you get viewers, and the easiest way to get viewers is to have a high rank. I mean, at least the simplest. It might not be the easiest, but the most straightforward way to get viewers is people see the number and they're like, "What? Rank 1 legend? I have to watch." Like that's what most people do. So. Bro, what's up with this freaking board here? This board is an embarrassment to my opponent. I wonder if I ever go Freezy Boy. I don't know. I don't think I do. I could, but I think I'd rather just do this. Job done. Dude, their board is completely full of locations here. Congrats on the book, thank you. And so I'm doing a sort of like an hour-long co-op during the stream today with Tylenefe. Correct me if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but she is a blind streamer and plays Hearthstone in Wild in top 1000 legend. I've watched her; she's amazing. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about like getting good with a disability, in that like you have this limitation. So I think, you know, I'm curious to hear her takes, but we're gonna talk about that. I think it should be fun.
Time waits for no one.
It's actually like amazing watching her. Just like she's got fast APM. Like I don't know how. All forms of life. Am I cooked here, chat? I don't think I'm cooked. No Egg Warlock, no. The viewers hate Egg Warlock. My Egg Warlock video on YouTube did badly. I played Egg Warlock. We had like an 800 person stream, which is like a great number, no, most of the time, but like at the beginning of an expansion, it's not. And then like the next day I played Rogue, and normally people hate when I play Rogue, and we had like 1,200 viewers. So the people don't like seeing the egg. All right, they're sick of the egg. They want the control warrior. They want the value rogue. 1 second, I'm getting. All right. Chad, okay, not to give Buzz this, so like my health insurance provider called and they want to like send somebody to my apartment to do like a checkup. And I'm like, I might have to switch health providers because next year, like Obamacare is changing. I'm not exactly sure, but like they want to send somebody, they said free of charge. And I was like, why? I just didn't get it. Does anyone else like, have anyone else had this experience where Mark, you was sick. What if they just full bricked here? That'd be crazy. Oh, they have this in their hand. I'm not disabled on my health insurance. There's no like, and I barely use my health insurance now, where I used it a ton in my 20s. I was just like, didn't know why they like wanted. They just called me and I think they're probably following up. But I'm always like, I don't know. Maybe I got a call from like some book agent being like, do you want to like promote your book with our company? And I don't really know. Like I don't know what they're gonna offer, but see if I got a spam email. But I have no hands. Yeah. You know what's things is like I can't read my own book. So reading, like turning pages is one of the things that causes the most amount of pain to my hands. And I haven't gotten over it yet. Something about like holding a book in place and like doing that like small motion to turn pages. But yeah. Yeah, if you've read the book, and most of the book's reviews so far have been troll reviews. But once you've read it and you actually like it, you know, I'd love you to write like, oh, this is what it's about. You know, I'd be so happy if like somebody said, oh, I wrote a review and I actually like talked about, you know, what the book is about, and you know, But I don't know. I'm hoping people like the idea, you know. So. That's what I think they're trying to do. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's trying to make money. So that's okay. It's like, will they provide the value, or are they like pretending to provide value? Basically, like, if you can convince me, you know, that, you know, you're gonna take X amount of money, but you're gonna bring the exposure that brings X amount of money. Oh, that's interesting. They changed the way signature cards work. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, if you can convince me that, like, I'll do it, right? But part of the reason I didn't go with like some established publisher is how are early sales? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It'll tell me when I have, let's see. Let me see if it tells me. Let me see if it says anything. My mom bought 10 copies, and even though I have like copies that are discount coming in, they come in like a month later. So people will want copies now. Let me see. Okay, but let's see your account getting paid. Let's see. Reports. I don't know. Oh, I can see how many orders there have been. Okay.
What is the most flammable?
But it tells me how many pages. Oh, okay. 21 people have bought the book so far. I don't know. Wait, it's a processed order, so I don't know if like it counts my mom's as 10, but I don't think so because it says that there's only been 10 orders today. But 21 people. So that's interesting. So 7 orders today. It is available in Europe. Yep. Can I torrent the book already? Chat, you wouldn't download a car, right? So
I remember this place well.
The Titans have left us much to uncover.
wait, what? Bullshit.
Blaze of trade.
Dude, that's true. Like, I would be both like mad, but also honored if people were pirating this book. Because it's like, wow, people went out of their way. Yeah. So I mean, you could also make a, but so. Bro, they got the kill on this jerkwad? You gotta be joking me.
All forms of life will be crushed.
Planetary decimation. This deck is funnier with mirrors on? Yeah, dude. Dude, you can be funny. The great place to be funny is rank 30,000 legend. But when I play a top 10 legend, this is a humorless stream. Alright? We don't appreciate all the jokes. We're here for solid strategies that win games, not to have fun. Alright? How are the vibes tonight? I don't know. They're alright. The night's just getting started.
All of history is under my gaze.
Murzon wins games, but it kind of doesn't. Kind of doesn't. Gotta let them like. I gotta let them commit more resources here. Funnier to be all night with your mom, alright?
I remember this place well.
Everyone could use a
Yeah, get wrecked, doobie boy. I just noticed you shaved. I did. It was December 1st, so it was time to shave. I did no shave November, right? And then I realized, I don't know. It's weird in the past. You know, I've also wondered, like I've had girlfriends say they like my beard, but there's like sometimes people, you know, sometimes I wonder if they want me to have a beard so I'm less attractive, so that like I got like a good amount of like negative feedback of people preferring the clean shaven lifestyle. So I also think my beard hairs have grown a lot more white in the last 3 years. It's like one of the spots I'm aging the fastest is in my beard hair. So because of that, like realistically, society values youth. The only thing society probably values more than youth is rank 1 legends. So yeah.
You will be the first to transcend time.
But yeah. God,
I'm the brood mother. Don't you?
Improve rewind effects. Not revert Clocksworth. I agree.
Now is the time to act.
Optic New Heights would be nice here. Oh my god, chat. Literally calling my shot NoHandsGamer here.
8 combatants enter, and I take the crown.
And I take the blah blah blah. Someone do really like beards? Yeah. I think the beard makes me look older. So, which when I'm talking to somebody who's like 31, or it's probably optimal. But if I'm talking to somebody who's like 27, it's probably suboptimal. So. I think. More respectable? I don't know about that. I feel like the clean look is more respectable. But whatever.
I will
Wait,
stand
they're just giving up here? Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I do like one of my like I had two friends both say they like me better. I like when people like I don't mind when people give me feedback on looks elements or things that I have a choice in. You know, like I wouldn't want somebody to say like, "Oh, your face is it sucks," right? Because I can't change my face without like plastic surgery. But if someone says like, "Oh, you should trim your nose hairs," like that helps me, right? I'm like, oh, this is something people are noticing. Your face does suck though. What are you gonna do? All right. I gotta work with the face I got, you know?
Job's done.
As your editor, we need you to write from the perspective of a bronze chatter. Alright, you know what's interesting? It will tell me how many pages. That people have read on the Kindle. And it says nobody's read a single page, so I don't know if that's accurate, but I probably just shouldn't look, but now that I can see, you know. Like people bought the Kindle, but they haven't played it yet. VTubing. Wait, son of a jerkwad.
I remember this place well.
I think I'd rather have 6 armor here. It's 18 armor. It's like huge. Who's for anyone with the base? So there's no way that's accurate? Okay, Murph Dog. That's good to know that like it's not, yeah. Are you liking it? Chapter 1 and 2 I think are the chapters 1, 2, and I think the chapter on practice are the best chapters in the book. So worse than social media? Alright. Sounds fair. People keep asking me, how are the sales? And I'm like, nah, I figured it out. I wish I had it. I think chapters 1 and 2 I think are the best. Chapters 3 and 4 are like important chapters if you don't know how to like reflect on your life decisions, but a lot of you know how to reflect on your life decisions. You know, chapter like reflection is all about like, oh, so I told her I called her like a mean name, and then they kicked me out of the party. I wonder why that happened. Like, that's what the chapter is about, basically. Stuff's in life. Yeah. I mean, like, reflection is actually, it's like so important, but it's the most painful. Because you have to actually like, you really have to have mentalities around, I'm supposed to mess up. I'm supposed to fail. My brain, like, this is the nature of how the brain works. It doesn't have the right answers. We're not deer that we come out of the womb and are ready to go. Like, we're born like ridiculously pathetic, right? And completely dependent on others, right? And we have to mold ourselves into a great person, you know? That's my equivalent parent. Alright. Wait, he's playing Dark Gifts over here? He might just eat the wallow here. That's a pretty good eat though. Sorry, I was born ready to go. Who's measuring great? Great is there's no right answer, right? But you have an answer inside of you of what do you feel great, right? You know, I think we all have to follow that standard. And if you don't feel great about yourself, people say, oh, you should just feel great about yourself. Like, you ever hear you could have God decides, but remember the chat's mom. Me too, Mr. Handsome Noodle. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I think what's he say? Great. People. You know, even I was talking to my ex-girlfriend once, and she's real smart. Like but she was like less like motivated than me. She's probably smarter than me. And we talked about like the burden of potential, and it's this idea that like sometimes this feeling like this, knowing that you're good and smart can actually feel like a burden, because you like if you feel you're really smart and you're doing decently in life, you actually won't feel good about yourself, right? That was dumb. Oh my god. So, a chore issue. I have the burden of potential, all right? One value, yeah, but like the point, you know, and then I think like I talked to her like after we broke up, and she'd like she had this is like a girlfriend from a long time ago, and she was outgoing, doing something she actually wanted to do with her life, and that was good. Ooh, yeah. Versus Kayleen. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, that's the idea of like, you might feel like you have to do more, you know, whatever makes you happy, yeah. But yeah, like if you have this like feeling like you need to do a lot with your like accomplish a lot tonight, or maybe you have to like touch a lot of people and communities with life, you know, there's no right answer, but there is like a right answer for you personally, you know. Yeah, let me read the answer directly from the first chapter of the book, right at the beginning. All right, let me see. It says, "I'm not here to tell you what you think is good. Only how to. I'm not here to tell you what you think is good. Only how to obtain what you think is good. But I'll give you some ideas and the problems with them." Ooh, I probably should have done what you should think is good. Whoops. That would have made more sense. Too late now, chat. Already made a mistake. Right in the first chapter. But I'm not here to tell you what you should think is good. Only to obtain how to obtain what you think is good. So if you think like, you know, because people say like, oh, like I want to get legend, right? But I want to get legend with a bad deck. And I say, you know, that's like a fun goal, right? It's going to be hard to do that if you don't understand Hearthstone fundamentals. And you learn Hearthstone fundamentals from playing a good deck. So it's more easier to like learn how to play a good deck that has well-defined win conditions, understand that model, and then later on move to a bad deck. I can get legend with bad decks. I do it all the time. And then I bait YouTube, right? How does anyone know who thinks? Well, that's what's annoying. I hate when somebody feels they're superior to others, but they haven't gone and like let's say they think they're smarter than other people, but they're not actually going out and doing like great academic work, right? They're not doing anything. They just feel they deserve, but they haven't actually worked towards it. That I always find very. I find that very gross. And when you put in the effort, you respect the people more who have already there because you know how hard it is. Where when you haven't put in the effort, you could be like, oh, I should be as successful as this person, but I'm not. And then you just feel like you deserve it. And I've met a lot of people like that. And usually they're honestly really smart people, but they need to go put the effort in. And they haven't yet, right? But it's a lot of times it's years, right? Years of working towards something. A lot of work. Debating if I go coin Draconex here. It dies though to the poisony boys, which I don't like, so I think I'm just gonna slam this jerkwad. Procrastinate a little bit. Ooh. They're the new Neo from Matrix, yeah. So what's interesting about that, Alteza, is apparently in like the Animatrix, like there's like other Matrix spin-offs that are official canon. Apparently, and I didn't know this until like a year ago, there were other ones that thought like that Morpheus thought were the one, and they weren't the one, and they die, like they get killed. It's pretty dark. You know, I've heard the nihilistic joke of like, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of like dead bodies of people who are following their dreams at the top of Mount Everest, you know? Ever hear that? So, I real like depressing friend who's very intelligent but very depressing. Posted on his Facebook once. Why not attack the 5/5 there? Because they're gonna have a poison guy easily kill my guy. By attacking the poison guy, it kills the taunts in between. So that's why. Success is overrated. I don't know. I mean, it's more like very narrow definitions of success, in my opinion, are overrated. You know, success can mean dozens of different things to different people, you know? Like, there's not one, like, this is what a successful person is, you know? That, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, that is in the book. I mean, that's like, everyone quotes that, right? What else do I also quote, I fear not the man who, wait, son of a... Dude, that's the first time I've seen this actually work. Might just... Is a losing stream? Maybe. Why not play around that? I would have if I could have, but I didn't have the resources to, so it is what it is.
Ragnaros versus Rexar.
You for losing instead of the devs, yeah. I hope you like it. I think it's good. Was sample on Amazon? I'm glad, yeah, dude. I'm glad the opener people like it. I think it is. You know, I think it's a fun read. I think, yeah. If you're bored of reflections and study chapters, reflection is basically like think about what you did. You know, when your mom says that, you know, you need to go to your room and think about what you did. That's basically reflections, and study is like, yeah, go watch some streamers and see what they're doing. All right, they're like, oh, they're not floating 7 mana on turn 7 and just going hero power. Yeah, you can read the opener. Could I read it? I could. I'd rather you guys just do it. Like, I'm already perfect. Yeah, but I don't know.
Nightmares are never forgotten. There's always room for dessert.
Ooh, nice brewmaster you got there.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
Son of a. All forms of life.
Absolutely not.
Like hieroglyphics. So I actually think so. This is my take on the future, right? The future. So AI is going to make it so like AI is going to be really good at like doing the busy work of life, like even the technical busy work of like, but it's not going to be good at like, it's going to miss obvious things that a human being. But the problem is like, you know, it's you know, the same way, you know, having like certain music, you know, certain really technical skills aren't necessary anymore. It's going to make a lot of technical skills not necessary. But
My instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
but it's going to make it hard in that like people are still going to have to go through the process of learning things just the way you like, the same way you learn how to do multiplication. Like you're going to have to learn to read and write, even though an AI would do it for you. And people aren't going to want to do that. So then society will fall apart. I think that's my take.
All forms of life will be brought.
Yeah, well, the people aren't going to think anymore. They're just going to go to AI for the right answers, but not for like what's like 7 times 3. They're going to the AI of like, what should I do with my relationship? So that's my take. All right, Chad, I think after this game we'll be starting the co-op.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Get new findings.
Frozen in time.
Reddit for the relationship advice. Oh, that's actually hilarious now that you mentioned it. Yeah, there's kind of like, so there's also this like weird, I think, concept of people being educated about like how things are from the internet, where people read like this is how things are, so then they go post this is how things are, and then people read this is how things are, so then they validate when they see somebody else post things are, and where like if you went out just into the real world, like somebody might be saying, oh, you can catch a fish by throwing some grass into the water, and then everyone believes that. But you could just go out and throw some grass in the water and be like, no, this doesn't work. You know, I threw the grass into the water. The fish didn't come eat it. You know.
Find me in the drain.
I found a sea urchin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they'll be like, I still think like AI is so useful. Like I've used AI for like, hey, I do this prompt where I'm like, hey, I'm trying to figure this thing out. what's a good book I could go read about it? Like, that's a great prompt for me, you know?
These could belong to a brand new species.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
It will find them.
Who could put the price on such powerful blah blah blahs?
All forms of life will be crushed.
I remember this place.
He's suck. He's also suck. Well, guess it's something. Gets me a lot of armor. Any chance of playing Protoss Mage? Yeah. I mean, one, either A, you give me money, or B, you convince me that's just what the people want. They really want to watch Protoss Mage. Wait, am I dead here? No way. Wait, I'm actually just dead here? I had so much life. No way. They gotta just be YOLOing, right?
I found a sea urchin.
No way, dude. Wow, they're actually like 12 over there. Yeah, but I think it's like, I think what AI will be good for eventually is solving sort of like the easy, so you know, like half the questions that chat asks me that they could have figured out with like an ounce of thinking or an ounce of research that I don't like answering. Like, I feel like AI will be like, what's the best deck to get the legend? And then it would be like, there's no single best deck to get the legend. People can have a variety of this. They'll just give me like, but what are some of the criteria people's the best win rate? High win rate. Currently, the highest win rate 3 decks are these. Funnest, the popularity. Right now, these 3 decks are the most popular. You know, like, dude, I have seen that, Nefane, where energy prices are going insane right now. Like, people don't realize, like, we're burning so much energy to get this AI, right? It's like doing so bad for global warming. So I want your opinion. Yeah, that's what it's like. People don't want to like take the risk themselves. They want me to hold their hand and say like, play this deck, you'll be okay. But oh, that's the worst, Douglas. Like, people asking me for an opinion. You tell them your opinion and then they don't even like your opinion. Oh God.
Bow before me, mortals!
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be okay. Well, like ultimately, like also like the power has to come from somewhere, right? So what it ultimately means is like they keep increasing the power until you start like using candles inside, you know? And you turn down your heat because you're like, I can't afford this, you know? Billy, you know, we can't afford to have 70-degree apartment, right? We're gonna go 55 degrees and you're gonna wear 3 sweaters, right? Was Tank Up better than For the Glory there? That's why I did it. I don't know. I see what you're thinking. You're thinking I'd rather draw cards there. I'm saying I don't feel like I need to, but like reasonable play there, right? Reasonable to draw there. My next 2 plays are like kind of well defined, so I don't feel like I need it, but Craig, my computer's PSU. Yeah, so I'd say like, so when you're watching me, right? This is when you study. When I used to study, you don't need to know like, you don't have to agree with me that it was the right play. That's not the right thing. Like the answer isn't, well, I think this is the right play, but you know, I'm just gonna trust No Hands. Don't do that. What you should do is say, what is No Hands valuing that I'm not valuing? How is he thinking this? Because even if I end up going with my own intuition, it's good to understand like what he's thinking here, right?
All forms of life will be crushed. All forms of life will be crushed. Planetary decimation! Planetary decimation!
Planetary decimation. Whose article? Professional gamer without heads. I only listen to Kibler, yeah. I mean, have the book. So one of the concepts of the book is called "It's better to be you're right than you're wrong than they're right," and it's something I really strongly believe in. That you're better off, like not do if you listen to what I say, and like a certain concept, and you don't buy it, you're probably better off doing what I say, as long as you don't. Like, let's say you say, can I get to legend with this 38% win rate deck? And I say, you know, it's going to be a lot easier if you get to legend with a real deck first, right? And then you say, no, screw you, No Hands. I'm getting to legend with the Murloc Mage. And then you don't get to legend because Murloc Mage is terrible. Well, it's fine that you did that. But it's more like after that fails, you need to go, all right, maybe I should listen to No Hands this time, right? But the first, like, but you want your own brain to say, like, you know what, like this, like, so you learn more from your own personal mistakes, because then you actually see your point of view fail. As long as you don't like rationalize and be like, oh, I actually play the best, but I'm unlucky. Like, you know? Pirate Paladin, solid 2, I've heard, yeah. Pirate Shaman is an actual deck, so. Very good. So, there's also in the failure chapter called a concept called assume it's your fault, where you don't know what's actually going on, and you don't want to give yourself the out that says I got unlucky or it's something else. So basically always blame yourself. Then when you're 4 years into Hearthstone and you really understand things, then you can start blaming the devs, all right? And say, you know, I would be #1 legend, but Gallon put some bullshit concept into the expansion, so I'm not #1. Thanks, Gallon, all right? He specifically watches the stream to study how to stop me, all right? I knew it couldn't be my lack of skill.
Eyes on the horizon!
Nothing gets past my houndy boys. This stream is sponsored by White Monster. Hello, Blessed Wing. Yeah, I ran out of. I more normally a green, not a light green, like a different green, but I ran out of that green. So
Welcome to the crew.
Blessed Wing, thank you for the 39 months. Is your phone number or address at the back of the book? No. Is it? Let me see. Okay, I hope not. Why would it be? His daily routine, dude, to be honest, it is. Yeah, I talk about all my routines. I don't know. Are you scared? I was just hoping. So I got called by a publisher, and they like called and sent me a text saying like, we're here, we're trying to confirm this is Luke Cookin. But somebody found my number, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't really care if somebody finds my number as long as they're efficient. They're like, hey, No Hands, I'm a longtime viewer. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, it's more like, I don't want somebody like just persistently wasting my time and energy, you know? That's what really gets me annoyed. Great draw here. Come on, 12 attack minion die. No! Dude! You gotta be joking me.
Room for dessert. Always room for dessert.
Yeah.
You could use a trim.
It is kind of like scary just in this modern society. Like if somebody like wants to find you, I'm sure you could. Like people find celebrities' houses, you know? Nobody wants me, so I'm safe. Nice. I think I'm gonna play the Bulwark here because it's kind of too insane to deny this 13 damage here. I will fight. I have a man of specific skills. Fine. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do like. That's like part of why I believe in like. I kind of like believe in ruthlessly rejecting you. People like sexually. Because sometimes when people, and I know like people will feel like, oh, I can't do that because like I'm gonna be afraid. But I have the opposite. I kind of have like, if somebody, you know, is like, hey, No Hands, you want to go out? And I'm like, sorry, but you're just not hot enough. Like that's so brutal that, you know, that's more likely in my mind to stop somebody from make more like someone to give up. Where if you're like, oh, I would, but I just got out of a rough relationship, like. Then you think like, oh, it's like No Hands would go out with me, but he just got out of a rough relationship, you know?
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
His man card again? Yeah, to be honest, that is that is probably just a difference in points of views because of my life experience.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction. Peace.
Eyes on the horizon!
You look tasty.
Wait, son of a. Hello, Fury Hunter.
Ragnaros versus Rexar!
My fang and claw, bow before me, mortals!
Chad, is there like a huge Battlegrounds patch today? Because I noticed it seems like standard streamers are having less viewership today, and then like Battlegrounds players are having like giant viewership today. Stream isn't popping, not yet. I also notice sometimes when you're climbing a legend, the stream isn't popping. People want to see that number, that legend rank, and they see like silver 10, and they're like, wow, no hands fell off. Man, I swear this guy's got to get his act together. I swear he'll be doing good, and then like every month he just loses it. You know? Just becomes like just the rest of us. How will my life be better if you're better after reading your propaganda pamphlet? I don't like you'll ideally you'll be getting legend for the first time.
Sisters, my instincts shall hunt
PD,
down
well, it's
our
because it's freezing out. I could go all farms of life, but I feel like I want them to commit more resources here.
Job's done.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Here's a finding. Here's a finding. Here's a finding.
A new finding. A new blah blah blah.
Here's a finding.
Drink with me, friend.
Not the grifter bounce back.
I have too many cards. All forms of life will be crushed. Planetary decimation.
Doesn't get legend. I mean, yeah.
Everything is a melting pot. Absolutely lost.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
I moves quickly. Drink with me, friend.
Bro, you gotta stop drinking with me, friend.
I should reach you. All forms of life will be crushed.
Yeah. Want me? I mean, I could read the conclusion to you. Yeah. Like I took reading as a kid, right? There's an introduction. There's six chapters, and then there's a conclusion, and then there's like end material. End material, I give a lot of examples specifically for Hearthstone, because the book isn't about Hearthstone, but I give a bunch of Hearthstone examples. I know that's like most of my audience, where you like, how would you go about using the process on Hearthstone, right? So I even do it as like a beginner Hearthstone player, like an intermediate Hearthstone player trying to like maybe like qualify for a tournament, and then I have like a pro Hearthstone player like trying to like make worlds, and how those processes would look.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
Wait, Chad, is it? I want to go egg, but it's definitely AFK. Egg's actually a risk.
I remember this place well.
Is it? You know, it's like my point of view on how you go about getting good at something. It's more like, it's more of a teach a man to like Hearthstone, feed him for a game, teach a man to play games, or you know, like it's kind of a, once you learn how to get good at one thing, it's way easier for the next thing. So if you get #1 legend in Hearthstone, it's going to be easier to learn another deck, but it's also going to be easier to go learn and play League of Legends, or go play chess, or go play poker, or go play a sport, right? When you've gotten into that elite level, you have to develop habits, mentalities, and stuff. So they do. I mean, I think it's not unique to Hearthstone. Not sure I buy that. You don't have to, you know, so. Putting in kill chain will fix the issue. League is skill based. Okay.
My will shall lead us to victory. Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
The stupid statement. I mean, that's the.
Quickly.
I mean, I make those like I'm trying to not speak ironically right now, because I could go and play the irony game with Chad, be like, this game is skill based when I win and luck based when I lose. So that's the normal like default no hands answer, right? But I think just not dying here is the best play. Actually, you know what's probably better? It was probably Bob. Freezy boy, but like this is just ending it, so. Oh, dexterity wise, yeah, so the book talks more about high level skills than this. I talk about like practice with things like other art forms I do that are more like more technical skills, you know. Like you can't just go into the art of music without spending years often like working on your technical skills, right? Hearthstone doesn't have that, and I do mention that, but there's a lot more high level skills. Those high level skills apply to League of Legends too, so but the barrier entry on the
These could belong to a brand new species.
Who could put right on such powerful?
So I talk more about high level skills, but I do also talk about low level skills. I mean, not low level skills, more like technical skills, you know? Bro, like they went in like 80 times to these damage cards. There's no way they do 60 here, right? Gotta be no way, right?
My hand is too full.
People make a living. Yeah, it's anyone who knows is like Hearthstone in the short run has a lot of variance. But even like Hearthstone in a single game, if you took Pocket Train doing a certain kind of deck, and you had him play against like somebody who's playing for like 6 months, and you know maybe occasionally hits Legend, he would beat them probably like 95% of the time. If I die here, suck if I die here. Wait, you're going for infinite huffers here? Wait, what? 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 No way, dude! No freaking way, dude! Wait, I don't think they got there. I think they're just short. Wait, 2 damage. Wait, they didn't play the. Oh. I saw my life flash before my eyes there, right? That was honestly an amazing play. All right, an amazing play that didn't work out, but like the discounting. Oh my god, that play was amazing. Let's see if she hasn't started streaming.
And this is to go even further beyond.
Fun game, thank you for the prime. Sleet scooters and shield batteries into Quest Warrior. Did you pay for publishing the book? Yeah. I mean, I worked with like an editing company, and like a publisher. So I did Kindle Direct Publishing. So like, but I paid a publisher to like, they reviewed the book. They like said, you need this, you need that. Basically they like kind of walked me through the whole process. So, but I didn't like, so what I got in the research from was like, it's expensive. It was a good deal. But it's a small time thing, so I think they did. I think I got a good deal on it. I might, if the book goes really well, I might I might tip them or donate something to. But we'll see how well it does. But if it does really well, I might be like, I might be morally obligated to give them more money. Into runestones, I know, right? Are you public? 21 copies, all right? And we're not going to be talking about it anymore because chat said, well, how about on January 1st? We'll talk about it again, all right? This is the last time. All right. 21 copies so far. But it also says, like, no one's read any pages of the book on Kindle. And, like, one of our viewers said, no, I've read the first 2 chapters, so... One of them. Nice.
Don't use your head. Use mine.
Never fireball face. No! How? I was like, the only thing I didn't want to see was fireball face there, chat. How? Chat, this game is completely luck based, I swear. Need the next expansion? I don't know. Dude, Chet, I said in my book when I was describing what Hearthstone is, and I said it's basically 2 wizards shooting fireballs at each other. So basically what just happened was like the epitome of Hearthstone according to my book.
2 there are.
Absolutely not. All forms of life will be crushed.
No planetary decimation. This is tough to win here. We did hit the new heights. We hit both new heights, but they're in 2 days, yeah, so. But yeah, if you buy the book, you read the book, and you're like, this book is amazing. Go right. Wait, they're going for the fast kill Jaden win condition? Wait, what? Wait, they're just hard running kill Jaden in their, wait, is this not actually Protoss Mage? Wait, what is this, chat? I'm so confused. Oh, it's the Toki Mage? I don't understand how it works, but... There is no audiobook option. Literally everybody's asking me about the audiobook. There's no audiobook. Sorry. It is what it is. You can, if you have a Kindle, there are versions that have voice to text. So you can download it and do the voice to text. That's my old Kindle. I would always do the voice to text. Yeah. It's also awkward. You can't like do it while you're on your phone. So, operating. Thailand fame understands. All right. I'm maybe trying getting your pronouncing.
Look at yourself.
I have too many cards. Such choices.
Why not Bob kill Jaden? Because what I'm going to do is play my quest reward and win with that. All right. Wait, do they run Steam Cleaner in their deck? Is that a thing, chat? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, that's good to know. Son of a... Okay. Well, I can play around that now that I know that they run it, so...
Look at yourself.
Bro, illegal. Yeah, I don't know what their deck does, alright? I'm gonna be fine, okay? I'm gonna go Marin, and then I'm gonna do the Marin play. Okay? Chat, trust the process, okay?
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
These demons are getting kind of big, though.
Absolutely not.
New Heights number 2 is nice. Like to draw my Unleash the Crocodiles.
There's always room.
Doesn't really do much. So I want to play this on the same turn I play Laz, so that's the idea. Wait, Chad, do you think if I went this Bob, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm still gonna do this with the Bob play, but
combatant center, and I take the crown.
Wait, I forgot to go hero power there. Whoopsies! Nothing to see there, chat. Have the big guy. No! Dude, that's literally the one thing I didn't want to have live. You gotta be joking me. Alright.
All forms of life will be crushed.
Ceaseless is insane. Alright, that gives me lots of time, chat.
Planetary decimation.
Alright, that was pretty good though.
I found a new source of power.
Never see us coming.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Okay. So now I go Lazarus or whatever this guy named next turn, and play all my draw, and hope it's enough. Yeah, they got that steam cleaner in hand.
I have few cards left.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Got a bunch of chances to hit the winning the. You know, it stinks that I lost the
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
See if this works. Did work, nice. $50-50 for lethal, chat. Dang it.
My sword. Now for you.
The day of
Oh, nice steam cleaner you got there. All right, anyways. Okay. All right, chat. Let's see. All right. Oh, looks like okay. Looks like we're combined. All right. Let me give the call.